Hi friends, hi YouTube. If you're new here, hi, my name is Nikki. I love fun, bright, colorful makeup. I would love to have you subscribe if you haven't already, but if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. I enjoyed our small bit of time together, whatever that may end up being. Hi. I really wanted to do something a little different. I'm trying to do videos that aren't me just doing tutorials, so I'm like trying to expand a little. But I wanted to do a little video talking about my favorite color stories in my collection. I do have a good amount of palettes in my collection, and I thought, you know what? Let's sit down, let's talk about them, let's tell you my favorite ones. This isn't a ranking, we're just going to be chatting because I have a hard time ranking. So yeah, I do have a video up on this look if you're interested in, wanting to see how I did it down below. I did it with the Neutrals palette from Cosmic Beauty, but without further ado, let's get into this thing. Like I said, this isn't a ranking. There's no like specific order or just going, we're just going. There's a bunch of palettes here. I think I have like 14. Yeah, but it is what it is. Let's get into this thing. I am filming a little bit later in the evening, so I don't know how the lighting's going to be, but we'll make do. This is the Coastal palette from Simply Posh Cosmetics. I just absolutely adore this color story. They have such good color stories though, so I'm not surprised I absolutely adore this one. But like the tones are just so beautiful and they work so well together in these shimmers. Like this is just such a good color story. I'm really in love with like these rows over here. Like I don't know, man. This is just, to me, this is just a really stunning color story. Next, I have this Nomad one. I do have a couple Nomad ones in this video, like in this pile. I absolutely adore them, and I think they just smash it with their color stories. This is the Paradise Islands palette. This is the out of packaging. Like, it's just so gorgeous, and obviously the inside is going to match. I just think this is such like a fun, bright, stunning color story. I just absolutely love it. These tones are incredible. These colors are just insane. It reminds me of when I was in Hawaii. I absolutely adore it, and it's just, I feel like this is just such a bright, colorful, fun color story. It just sparks something in my heart, and I need to play with this more. But I just like, it's just so pretty, and it deserved a spot in this video. Next is a palette I don't think I've actually ever played with in my whole time of having it, but I really want to, and I'm gonna have to at some point here soon. But this is the Mandalorian from ColourPop. It is just a little 9-pan, but it is such a gorgeous color story. It's got just such a good rich neutrals in here, and that's like one of my most favorite colors of all existence, especially for eyeshadow. It's just a nice little shit colored mustard. A horrible way of describing it, but it's one of my most favorite colors, and I think like this is such a good color story overall. I know it's very neutral, especially for me, but I don't know, it speaks to me in a way. Next, I have this Unearthly Surrender eyeshadow palette. This is from one of their Valentine's Day mystery boxes. This is the color story. It is just so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And these dark maroons with some of the neutrals. It's just a good palette where you could either go really vibrant and colorful, or you could go and do some neutral-esque type of looks with these shades, and even just popping a couple of these pink shimmers in there. But it is just absolutely gorgeous. It really just tickles something in my heart, and it's just gorgeous. Okay, it's just gorgeous. Next I have the Haunted palette by Gourmand Girls. I have not used this one yet. I just got this baby in the mail, but I absolutely love the color story in this one. I love it more than Nightshade. I like that there's these tones in here. Like, I really love, I'm already gonna say it, baby shit green. I already love it. Like, I feel like this is such a good, gorgeous, fun fall Halloween-esque type color story. But I love when things just kind of like work together like this. Moving on is the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. I haven't used this one in a hot minute, and I rarely do, but I need to start using it more. But I feel like this is such a good cohesive color story. It is just absolutely gorgeous. We have a little bit of a duochrome right here. She's a babe. I love when color stories just work like this though, like, you know, where, and I think that's something that Natasha really like excels on, but I really enjoy when you can just tell it like there's a theme and it's been followed and it like it works, you know. And I think this is a palette that absolutely like exudes that so well. I have two Beauty Bay ones here. I absolutely love and adore Beauty Bay. Are you surprised? No. But it is the Wilderness palette. This is such an oldie but a goodie. I think this is one of, if not the best color stories of all time for a palette. I absolutely adore it. I love that the lines here, these rows just go together, and even if you go down, they still work together, which is just absolutely insane. I think this layout is one of, if not the best of all time. This is my goat. This is my boat. This is that bitch, okay? This is that bitch, and I absolutely love and adore her, and I don't think that she will ever be topped. And I'm sad that this is a discontinued palette, but she is just absolutely gorgeous. These, and the tones are amazing, the shimmers are amazing, the mattes are amazing. Like, she's unbeatable, and she will remain at the top, okay? She is that bitch, like I said. But this is, like, if not one of my most favorite color stories, like, ever to exist, ever. But speaking of Beauty Bay, we have the Botanical palette. This is their newest release, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. It's got boggy witch tones, it's got witchy, it's got cottage core. It's covering all my bases, okay? Like, she is gorgeous. She's got the good tones, the good shims. Like, she just is a stunner. And I feel like if you know me well enough, you see this and you're like, oh, Nikki. I mean, yeah, there's some neutrals in here, but if you know me about me being in my bog witch era, you see this and you're like, yeah, that's Nikki. So this is just one of my all-time favorites. It's like up there. But this, it's such a gorgeous array of colors, and they just work so well together. And it's, you know, like, it's just, she's good. She's amazing. Moving on, which is, funnily enough, is the palette that I did for this look. It is the Neutrals palette from Cosmic Beauty. It is just so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. It's funny because, like I said, I'm not really a neutral person, so having a neutral palette, even though it's not really neutral, in my faves is kind of just funny to me. But this orange, like, these shimmers are just absolutely insane. And like I said, the cohesiveness, just everything works together just so well, and it's just, she's just gorgeous, and I love her. Moving on, I have this Friday the 13th Camp Crystal Lake Glam Light palette. I love palettes that do this. I haven't played with this yet. I'm waiting a little bit longer to play with this because I have the whole collection minus, I think, like one thing, but I wanted to do it a tad bit more near October. But don't worry, a whole look through with this palette is on its way. But this is just such a gorgeous color story, again, with like all the tones. The colors are a little bit everywhere, but due to the like the undergrowth due to the undertones and just like the color picks here, it works so well together. It is so gorgeous. I'm super excited to play with all these dark vampy-esque type tones down here, but this is like a really good color story in my opinion. I had forgotten one, so this makes it 15, and I'm really happy that I remembered it. This is the Star Wars palette from ColourPop. I think this is, if not one of their best palettes, product-wise, color story-wise, just all around. I think this is the greatest thing that they've ever done, in my opinion. This is the top of the palette, the artwork on the inside, and just the fact that like this matches that, like that it literally looks like they took the tones and the colors out of here and plop them down there, is one of, if not my favorites. I love the fact that they literally based it off of this picture. I think otherwise, if you even take out the Star Wars point, because I am a Star Wars fan, this is just such a gorgeous color story. It's just so pretty. Everything just works so well together. It is absolutely gorgeous. Down to our final four, but isn't our final four, but I still have four to talk about. you know, it is what it is. I'm talking about the Nomad Hudson Valley palette, which looks like this. It is just absolutely gorgeous. I think I talked about this not that long ago. I absolutely adore this color story. I think this is one of, if not ColourPop's best color stories. Just the tones and everything just work so well in this palette, and I'm so happy that I have it. But just, this is, if not, like I said, their best color story. Just everything works so well together. Again, if you go this way or this way with a look, it doesn't matter. There is just something there, and it is absolutely stunning. I need to bring this out again. I think my plan with it would be to go like this, like do 3 looks with each row going sideways, because I think that would just be absolutely gorgeous. But like I said, this is their palette. This is their #1 for me, color story wise. Otherwise, no. I mean, it is up there, but if we're talking about just like personally what has my heart, it is the Haunted Europe palette. It's, if not one of my favorites. I don't know why. It's just always had my heart. It's my little baby. But this is the color story of it. I just absolutely adore it. It's so gorgeous. And like, we have this like, yeah, there's some like bright colors right in here, but this is the neutral side. This is like a brighter side, but in a sense these are also kind of like neutral, muted down tones, and I think there's such a good variety in here, but at the same time it works together, you know. I think that is just so much fun. I can't sit here and tell you exactly what just sparks my fancy about this one so much, but she has my heart, she has my soul, and I love her and adore her, and I'm so excited to play with her again soon, which I'm going to be pairing her up with this Ghost Town palette for my Mishmash Monday, which I will have linked down below too, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to put this video up after I put my Mishmash Monday up, so I will have that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But this is the Ghost Town one. The color story, in a sense, is sort of like the Haunted Europe, but a little bit different. It's just a different tone shift, because we do have like some of these that are rather, you know, sort of like the other ones in the Haunted Europe, but it's different. And I don't know, just the way that everything just cohesively blends together and works together in here, it's again, she's one of those ones that is just that bitch, you know. She's here to talk. She's that bitch. We love her. But she just works so well, and I'm so excited to play with her again. Moving on to the last one. This one has like literally gotten my heart, stolen it, speak sensual, disgusting, perverted things to it. If I was supposed to be in a cult for something, this would be it. The shimmers in it just have absolutely just taken me, locked me in their basement, and I'm stuck there for eternity. I use this palette, like this is the palette that I bring with when I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I went to the races with my boyfriend and I didn't know what to bring with, and I was like, you know what, the only thing that I know that I'm gonna bring with, it's this palette, and it is the Secret Gardens palette. She is just everything and more to me. We've got neutrals, we've got fun shimmers, we've got bright pinks, we got some dark greens, some vampy greens. Like, she's beautiful, and she's so stunning, and these shimmers literally have my heart. They're just so freaking good. I absolutely love and adore this palette. I think it's gonna rank really high on my video, like my list of like my favorite palettes from this year. I think that's the only ranking I'm gonna do, is ranking my palettes from this year. We'll see, I don't know, but I just absolutely love and adore this one. She's so gorgeous, and she just works so well. Like, these freaking shimmers just work so well, the mattes work so well, you know. Like, yeah, I love the color story, but if it really does something to me if the palette works really well too. But all these little babies, they all have my heart. I need to play with them more, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to try, like I said, be trying to do more videos like this where I'm sitting and chatting about makeup with y'all instead of just putting it on. But thank you so much for watching and making it to this point. If you have a couple things before you go, remember to not be a piece of shit. Don't be homophobic. Don't be transphobic. Don't be racist. There's so many better things to be doing with your time, your money, your energy. I understand you do not like it. I understand you do not understand it, but that is something that you need to take a step back and reflect on. It is 2024. Do better. Put your head out of your ass. Thank you very much. And remember to be taking enough water, enough food, enough nutrients, enough self-care days to not be such a people pleaser, to do things for you, to do things that matter to you, you know? Like, you need to be making sure that you're making you happy, whether that be your mind, your body, whatever it may be. Just make sure that you're taking care of yourself, okay? You matter and you're important. Again, if you made it to this point of the video, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate all the love and the support and the comments and the likes, just everything that you guys do for me on this channel. It really does mean a lot. This is my little safe haven. So again, thank you. Remember to do good, be good, and I can't wait to see your cute face next time.